Aloha, this is just a rant. Sometimes I'm in the tub and I find myself looking at productivity videos, and because we are in a productivity renaissance, and I watch the videos, and sometimes I'll glean some useful information, or sometimes I have amazing quotes, and there are people that just have these beautiful minds. That's why I love watching those videos. It used to be a lot of notion, but I since moved from that, and a lot of Obsidian people, I'll check out some of their videos on how to do stuff on Obsidian, but now I know how to do everything on Obsidian. So I'll watch some of their other videos because they got other useful ideas back when they were doing things analog, since everything changed so fast. And I just learned a lot of really cool stuff. But what I come to find out is nothing's better than the system I use. Like the scene calendar, that is my GTD system, my get things done system. That's it. I mean, it is everything. And it's given me so much clarity, and I've used it so much and applied it so much. And the next step for me in my life is I'm going to read the Bible. And since the Torah gives you specific dates, I'm going to go to that day on the scene calendar and log it. The whole Torah. So as I'm going through reading my journal, it is connected to the Torah. And you can't do this with any other calendar. Like, you can't do it with the Hillel 2 calendar. I was looking at Noah's Ark, and did you know that I looked at every single date given, because it gives you months and days and years in the flood story. I looked at every single day, and not one day fell on a Shabbat. And you can't, that is more evidence that the scene calendar is the calendar of the Torah. Not one day in the flood narrative on this scene calendar fell on a Sabbath. But did you know in the Talmud, they actually argue about, oh, is this counting from the fall? Is this counting from the spring? And there's no way to determine the day of the week. It could have, the flood could have happened on a Sabbath in the Hillel 2 calendar, or the Chinese, or any other calendar in the world, but not the Essene. And the fact that none of those days fall on a Sabbath on the Essene calendar, not a single one, and there are multiple dates given. That's wow. That's wow. I mean, just more evidence. As I'm reading the Torah through the lens of this Essene calendar, it just makes more sense. But really, it's the calendar itself, my productivity system. And I had an Israeli friend that was like, oh, I'm not like you, I don't show my whole life to the world, but I got my name on a stack of HIPAA papers. People see what I want them to see. So that's not how the digital age works. You don't know somebody just because they're your friends on Facebook. As it may seem like it, but it's not true. So I'm in control. Be in control of your own information. I am. And what I learned from the Dead Sea Scrolls is the Essenes felt, and I'm reading the community scroll, and you have to really know their lingo, but it seems like they felt everybody was a slave that wasn't using their calendar. They called themselves the Sons of Light because they were using a solar calendar. And it seems like they felt that the way people see time, it affects everything, and it really does. Like, that is my system. That's why I really can't learn anything from productivity videos. I'm just watching it. I'm like, man, none of that's better than the scene calendar. Like, just this scene calendar that I have programmed is better than all those productivity systems on YouTube. Like, they're totally worthless to me. So I find that interesting. I'll give you an example. How big is my cubit? You either filled the blank in with feet or centimeters, right? Something has to fill in that gap, and time's the same way. So I think of time in the scene calendar, and it gives me this clarity, since it is based off the 7-day week, which is never going away. It's everything just lines up perfectly, and I just don't stress anymore. I don't think I ever will till the day I die. I don't think I'll have to deal with that. And so much of it is because of time management and how we view time. You have to view time a certain way. So in the Hillel 2 calendar, you have a disconnect to the dates in the Bible. I mean, you could look at the new moon and blah, 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 but you are disconnected. And just look at the Talmud. They don't know if the months count from Aviv or if they count from Tishri. There is no consensus. So we don't have this problem in the same calendar. All right, shalom.